Hello, welcome to the Isle of Avalon. My name is Sienna, and in this video, we are going to be embarking on another plant spirit journey with Calendula Officinalis. If you are unfamiliar with Calendula Officinalis, it is commonly called marigolds. You can typically find them in just about any nursery, especially at like Walmart and Lowe's. I know that they're usually available, I think in the spring and summer is when they're available. Most flowers are. So I know probably a lot of people are familiar with its most common qualities, which is anti-inflammatory and skin healing. It's like the most well-known herb flower for healing the skin. And it's also known to help lighten the hair. That's why you'll find it in some lightening hair products like Sun-In. What Sun-In uses to lighten hair is calendula. So you can use it in your hair to help bleach it if you're going out in the sun. And you'll find it in a lot of skin products. It's very popular. So anyways, other than that, right. And I actually just got done taking a journey to meet the spirit of the plant. And so I want to make this very fun and unique. I don't want to just, talk about the plant and qualities that you can look up online, because what's the point in that, right? I want to dive deeper. I want to really put more energy and effort into connecting with these plants. I feel like if all of us take an approach similar to this or know other things about these plants, not only can more people in the world make use of them and connect to them, but I feel like it brings more depth to the knowledge of the plant. And this is forgotten knowledge. This is knowledge that a lot of people used to have, especially hundreds of years ago, centuries ago, before the emergence of Western medicine. And I'm not, going to get into all that, but it's still important to connect to the natural world. And so connecting to the spirits of these plants and the natural world is essential. It's essential on a spiritual path. And if you connect with animism or anything like that, this is definitely up your alley. So typically when you take a shamanic journey, you're usually walking through a grove, or there are pathways, and depending on which world you go to, there are 3 worlds. And so I travel a lot to the lower world or the middle world, which is where the animals and the plants dwell, right? When you go to the upper world, that's typically where like your spirit guides and ancestors and stuff like that are. But we are staying closer to here so that we can connect to the plant spirits. If you're interested in taking these journeys yourself and learning more or connecting with these plants, you can definitely find meditations online and classes. And so we'll actually begin. So I've never done this before, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I took notes, so I'm going to keep a journal. And feel welcome to keep a journal with me, because I just started this. This is the first page that I've written on this plant spirit, and I want this to be a fun experience for everybody involved, right? So I drew the card Marigold, and for some reason it's the death card, but like a marigold, I don't know. I don't get that vibe from marigold. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about marigold. The plant spirit showed deep admiration for me. Okay, it was like a personification of wind and flower petals blowing upon the world like Cupid's arrows. And with that Cupid's arrows, it's like, how like the story of Cupid, like he shoots arrows and it makes people like, have all these like hearts around them, and they're all falling in love with each other and they're all admiring each other. Like that's what I got when I met the plant spirit of marigold. Like it was like, I get a very masculine energy, right? Like a very masculine energy who is deeply feminine as well, right? So it was like a male presence that was very feminine and nurturing at the same time, right? He was fiery, but windy at the same time, if that makes sense. And so like he was basically like, you know, like a flower stem, and the leaves were like his arms. This is just how I saw him. I didn't really look at toward the ground where like how he was walking and stuff. I was more focused on viewing his face and really getting a glimpse of like how he was. And it was like it was almost like a stick figure, like drawn as a flower, and the top of his head was just bursting with marigold petals, like flower petals all over. And they were just like flying around and blowing away. And even though he didn't have like an actual facial structure, right? Um, he still like, I could feel like so much joy and excitement for me being there, and it was really cool to experience. And um, even his hands were like flower petals, and he just kept grabbing my hands and kissing them. And even though again I didn't physically see, it was like he was really making the motions and doing that, and I just felt like so much love and joy and admiration in the air, and I felt like I was lighter and more like, I don't know, it just like lifted me up too. And it was it was a really cool experience. And so what I got out of that is like, he's kind of like the plant version of Cupid, right? And so and that was before I even got to the tree to see him. So so then I get to the tree, right? So when you do the shamanic journey, you go to the tree and then you go in, right? And so that's what I did. And then I met him there again. And I asked him what, if, I asked him what does he want the world to know, or what, uh, yeah, what is it that he would like the world to know more about him? And the very first thing that came is that he, or this plant spirit, is more than a skin healer, right? Of course, it's a skin healer, but it also heals the heart and the soul, and it's a bringer of great inner peace and joy, right? If any of you have read Culpeper's Complete Herbal, or if you're familiar with that, it's an old medical book. I think it was written in like the 1600s originally, but it's been like, you know, reformatted and stuff. There's also a modern version of it, which is Culpeper's Colored Herbal. I have both copies. And that's kind of how I got started on learning about all this stuff. Anyways, in Culpeper's Color or Complete Herbal, they knew this as well. And so when you consume calendula as a tea, right? And if you're pregnant, do not do that because it hurts the baby. So you cannot be pregnant when you consume this herb internally. You can use it externally while pregnant, not internally. So anyways, you can use it as a tea to comfort and heal the heart space, right? And with that, that also means your solar plexus. If you get into the chakras and all of that, it is good for the solar plexus chakra. If not, heals the heart, same difference pretty much, okay? And so it actually opens and heals the pathways in the heart. And that's a very lesser known fact, but something that a lot of people could use because like heart problems, heart issues are like kind of running rampant, at least where I'm from. That seems to be very unusually common, and it's a little concerning. Anyways, that is one of the main things that this plant spirit wanted me to tell the world. And so that's what I'm doing. And another thing is too, the plant spirit is not only a bringer of great inner peace, but peace in general. So when you wear or carry it, so like you can bathe in calendula, you can put it in your hair, you can anoint your body with the tea, like you would make a tea. anoint your body, add it to your bath, or however you want to use it. But you just even carrying the flowers around with you, right? It brings you peace and admiration, especially from other people. So it could soothe tempers between you and another person. Say you kind of want to reconcile with somebody. This doesn't have to be romantic, right? But you want to reconcile with somebody. It's especially good, like if you have legal issues, like court cases you have to go to, you carry this around with you, and you will find it brings an air of peace and admiration for you, the wearer, right? And this can be good in a lot of circumstances, right? And it could, that's why a lot of the time it's associated with justice as well, because if people are admiring you, justice will smile favorably upon you, right? Another thing, it's good for love, right? It's good for love and adoration, especially if it's like a new love, right? You would give somebody that you're courting or dating flowers. So when you carry, maybe you're going on a date, right? You're about to go on a new date, second or whatever. You're beginning some kind of thing with somebody. You have calendula with you, or you're wearing it. It's going to bring admiration for you, right? It's going to make you seem more attractive and likable. It's going to bring your truth, your light to the front of your being, right? And so with your light being in the front of your being, everyone else is going to see your light, right? That's the first thing they're going to see. And so it's going to make them admire you more. So if that's something that you would like for yourself, right? You heal your heart, right? And not just on a physical level. And also, if you're on any kind of medications for like blood pressure or anything like that, definitely do some research. If you go to the doctor and stuff like that, definitely ask, do more research before you consume it, because there are other ways for you to use the plant. And if you have to question it, definitely be cautious, okay? Now, if you're not on taking anything, there's no need to worry unless you're pregnant, okay? So just keep that in mind. Even in like Europe, right? I don't know if they still do this because I've never been to Europe, but it was commonly added to like stews, especially beef, like anything, any meal that has beef. I know like sometimes making pot roast, right? You add a few petals to the pot roast. It's very good for healing the heart space. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And, if you can't consume it, you can wear it. It's safe for everybody to wear anytime, no matter what. Okay. And with that being said, another thing that it can do for you is say you're in a situation where like you have to meet new people, right? Or you might be going into a crowd or a situation where you might be the oddball for whatever reason, right? Or you might be meeting new people that you're trying to get along with and fit in with, or anything like that, where you would want people to admire you. You can either wear, or carry, or wear it in some way with you when you do this, and it will bring love and admiration, and also help you to be peaceful and joyful during any situation. So maybe you're feeling a little depressed, right? Especially since it's winter right now, but anytime if you're not feeling your best self or anything like that, you can use marigold to kind of uplift your spirit, right? Bring you more joy and happiness and inner peace. Okay. So, with that being said, that is what the marigold plant spirit had to share with us all today. And let's make sure we take a moment to thank the marigold spirit for its assistance. Maybe you could say an affirmation, do a prayer, meditation, get some, whatever it is. But, you can definitely connect with the spirit as well without doing meditation. And so all you need is your intention, right? And I think that's all I have for you for now. So If you like these journeys and this insight, please leave me your feedback, okay? Because it means a lot. And of course, if you would like to book a personal or leave me a donation, all the links are in the description of every video. And I thank you so much for your time. And I thank you all for watching and your comments and your donations. It means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay. Blessed be.